Yeah, there are so many. So now we make an effort to reach out to this group of people. Majority are in the 50s, mainly 50s and 40 to 50, the majority. So now we are moving down to the so-called 20s and the 30s. This is the group we want to engage to be involved in the COP. So we will do a constant outreach. For example, in Bukit Panjang, I'm setting up 9 youth chapters in all my RCs. So I'm asking first whether the grassroots leaders can invite the children to join. No, then we invite their neighbors and friends, the young people to join. Then reaching out to the schools to see where they.
Can you give me some examples of the schools which part is because you mentioned?
Okay, the schools, for example, we partner with the secondary schools over here to do the vigilance, the community vigilance. Right. Basically, it's a lot of education, teaching them how to identify crime, how to identify okay, we have, I think all the schools are involved, no? In fact, Fajar Secondary School, West Bay, Zhenhua Secondary School, Greenridge Secondary School. Greenridge, yeah. Plus Assumption, Assumption, Chestnut Drive. All the secondary schools were involved.
So that's the vigilance.
So that's it, yeah, correct. So basically, we get the YEC and the secondary schools to be involved in all these community vigilance volunteer.
Okay, and then you said that they are basically as COP are trained to recognize suspicious activities, right?
Yes.
So one, you mentioned the new one is the gang behavior.
Gang behavior, secret society.
Okay, so
we have one session with a CID detective to look into the different types of tattoos. See the tattoos for different types of gangs, just to have an understanding, so that they are able to provide more accurate information to the police. So I think what we want to do is to train as many volunteers, get the community to be more alert, right? So that we can work with partnership with the police to resolve any of these so-called potential crime situations. It's a very much upstream effort. What we want is surveillance, the presence of the community with a lot of eyes and ears on the ground, so that the professionals, the police, are able to respond in good time to address certain situations, not to prevent crime. So I think if the residents can play a very active role and everyone takes interest in the security and safety of their own neighborhood, then I think we have built community resilience also. Right, what we want is actually to encourage residents to actually take ownership. Right, if they take ownership, they will protect their turf. That is the ultimate desired outcome. If the residents take ownership and they want their neighborhood to be safe, then I think they will play a more active role. And if they are able to work with our volunteers who are trained to identify all these potential so-called crime and behavior, then I think working with the police, residents, COP volunteers and police, the 3-in-1 approach will actually really enhance the safety of our neighborhood. So we will emphasize a lot on this 3-in-1 approach to actually enhance safety and security in our neighborhood.
Okay, thank you. And I also wonder, right, you said that money lending is one of the major...
Yes, is 17,000 cases of harassment all over Singapore. So everywhere you find that there are residents complaining about harassment by loan sharks. So based on our last 4 months of surveillance, we realized from the police record that we've been actively actually so-called surveilling and also getting the police to ambush, putting CCTV, different types of scenarios. We actually have different strategies, working with the police to actually address these loan shark harassment problems, and that has come down quite drastically.
Would you be able to tell me maybe by how much?
Maybe I get the police to tell you because I don't have the figures with me.
Because if we ask them, we need to go through the official media. So
because I don't have the statistics.
There's no rough. Would you be able to get from him the rough?
You can check it. Just a rough indication.
Yeah. So because when you say drastically, it doesn't say much.
Okay.
Sense. So I just want to find out a ballpark figure about.
Based on our MPS experience, I won't give you my rough estimate. My rough estimate, I think the loan shark harassment cases will have gone up easily by half, by 50%. Based on our experience. It means based on feedback from residents and based on the cases which we are following up, I would say that it has reduced easily by 50%. So I think that's something which we are very happy. But we are still working on it because it's still work in progress. Because over the last 1-2 months, I still have 1 or 2 cases of people telling me that gunshots, are still harassing them. The one or two units here. I used to have more units last 2-3 months. So in fact last Sunday when I went to one, but that case I think is resolved. But I think she has a little bit of phobia. So she said, oh, we were still. I said no. That's why we're concerned because we have installed one camera outside her flat. She didn't know. When we installed this sort of device, we work with the police to ambush the runners and restaurants. So we wouldn't inform the resident because we want to catch the culprits to solve the problem. So we don't want to chase them only. We want to arrest. So I think working with the police and keeping watch, I think that's important. We provide the information, and from there, using different strategies to actually catch the culprits. We have to eradicate the problem. The problem has to be eradicated. So it's not a matter of pushing it to another place. The problem is not eradicated. So I think you need to find different strategies in different types of situations to actually ambush and actually arrest the culprit. So I would say that has been effective.
So you think that it's partly because the
COP collaboration and the residents also heightened awareness, right? And with that, I think we have been giving a lot of feedback. In fact, Louis has been helping me to liaise with the police. Every single MPS case now is followed quite closely together with the town council and the RC. So I think that the town council, the RC, plus the residents in the neighborhood all coming together to actually support, work with the police to resolve the problem. What we want is to resolve the problem.
So like how does the COP actually identify? I mean, do they also identify?
They also identify because they go around to look at the so-called signs of so-called harassments or whatever. Then they will feedback in the report to the police. So that in a way will help the police to keep track of the so-called alive cases in the community.
I see. So is this a monthly report?
Yeah, they do on Monday. Yes, on Monday.
Okay. I see. Okay. And you say that this is one of the major crimes. So what other crimes are more common?
The rest is all very sporadic. Once in a while we have a small theft. It's very sporadic. But in the past we have 1 or 2 vehicle thefts in multi-story car parks. So this is one area which I think multi-story car park. The town houses we're working with the HDB. So we are going to install CCTV in the multi-story car parks. Yeah, so it's one way to prevent vehicle theft. Yes, because some of the multi-story car parks, certain places are a bit so-called hidden corners, for whatever reasons, columns, bins, below staircases, whatever. So sometimes normally motorbikes, they have their parts stolen. Yeah.
So this is the other bigger sort of crime that has happened.
It's not really a big number. They're very sporadic, very small number. In fact, every month when we get the crime so-called statistics from the police, it's a very small number. 1 or 2. So it cannot be for the whole constituency. One on average, 1 or 2 a month. Sometimes it's petty theft, sometimes it's a vehicle theft. So very slow.
Okay,
I'll say that our crime rate over here is very low. In fact, I understand in the whole west zone is the lowest, one of the lowest among all the other zones. So I would say that we're going to give assurance to our residents that we are working very closely with everyone to make sure that this place is safe. Based on the past, in fact, our crime statistics is very low.
Okay.
Yeah, the rate is very low.
So it's right to say that money lending harassment is probably the biggest problem.
The biggest problem that we have actually managed to resolve it quite successfully.
And can I ask your comments about that? Because I'm sorry, I just had to pick up my notebook. But Associate Professor Hobegi actually mentioned about community partnership in the debate yesterday.
In the US, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, basically was just emphasizing.
I'm basically re-emphasizing it. Yeah, what Prof says is correct. In terms of the partnership with the community and the police, this is one area which we can continue to further strengthen the partnership. Because the partnership between the police and the community will actually bring about better security and safety to the whole neighborhood and also to the community. So what we want is actually partnership with the police, right? Because you know that police has got limited resources, right? So we have one NPC for the whole town. Right, so there are limited resources, but with the whole community be mobilized, to work with the police, it becomes a very formidable force, right? So that is a very strong deterrent to any potential crime. So I would like to emphasize on community partnership with the police. Right? And our residents in Pakupanya understand that because we are going around and talking to residents, and the residents are proactive. They are beginning to take interest to look after their own community. That is what we want to achieve. Because a lot of my residents for them staying in my kampong, in Lim Chu Kang, my kampong, so they know the kampong so-called as a spirit of watching.
So there are many of them here from the kampong.
Yeah, a lot of them are from Lim Chu Kang. So I used to stay in Lim Chu Kang. They know my grandmother.
Wow.
So yeah, they know my grandma. She was just not talking about her. So they live in the kampong. So there is a kampong spirit. See, so I want to strengthen this kampong spirit. In fact, in a lot of my blogs, a lot of my residents are actually from Lim Chu Kang, Woodlands, Choa Chu Kang area. So we maintain the kampong spirit, equip them with some knowledge and some skills, so that they are able to step up their vigilance. And I think work closely with our volunteers and our police. I think that will bring a better, safer community. I think that's what we want to achieve. When it comes to security and safety, it's no point pointing finger here that you don't achieve anything, right? The way to do it is to work in partnership and get everybody involved. The more people you get involved, the stronger, the more resilient, the safer the community. So our COP, so-called approach, the strategy, is to actually reach out to as many residents as possible. They need not be COP members, but they can be our ears and eyes, which is good enough. So that is not very taxing on the residents in terms of volunteering time to come and patrol once a week or once in 2 weeks. So I think we strike a balance between the residents, the volunteers, and the police.
Sorry, the residents don't go on patrol.
No, they help us to keep watch on it. The volunteers are COP volunteers that will go around to patrol, educate them, sometimes give leaflets, ask them to look out, alert them that there's something over here, so everyone keep watch. So I think that's good enough. I think to be fair, not everyone can.
Door as well.
They go door to door.